Hi guys, and welcome to another Q&A. So I have gotten quite a few questions in the meanwhile. So I'm probably not going to answer all of them in this audio. First of all, there's something I want to say. This was not a question, but I want to point out that I've noticed that there are people who do not think it's possible to get their exes back because of all the mistakes they've done. So if you have done a lot of mistakes, um, that we talked about, the huge mistakes audio, it doesn't have to be those mistakes, but similar mistakes or different mistakes, basically mistakes, and you think there is no coming back. That may not be the case because I've been doing this for almost 22 years with clients and I have seen the impossible become possible. So it is possible. However, of course, it's going to take longer and it's going to take more work. So keep that in mind. But if you're going to say, oh, it's not possible, then why even try? Of course, it's possible. It is possible. And, sometimes, over time, people do feel less resentment anyways. It doesn't mean they necessarily want to come back, but they do tend to forgive people and forget some stuff, and they're no longer like attached to them emotionally, so therefore it's also easier for the magic to actually work also. So yeah. Okay, let's get into your questions now. So the first question is, can I do spell work on two X's, or can I do spell work on an X and also for new love? So the answer is yes. Yes, you can. You don't have to work just on one person. It doesn't mean if we're working on more than one person that, something will happen or that it will not work. The important thing to say here is that, of course, you have to follow the instructions. If you're working on an X and on new love, so, in that case, obviously, you do have to be open for the possibility of letting somebody new in, because often when we are, stuck on an X, we are not open for new love, and that is a block. So you have to open yourself up, and absolutely you can get both of these things, and then you can choose which one you want, or you can get one first and then the other, depending. So yes, it's possible, absolutely. Okay, second question. Okay, this person is getting married. So this person, this client, got, in a situation where they're getting married. So the question is, how do I keep them committed? A video would be cool. How to behave before marriage and during and after. What do you mean after marriage? Are you already planning a divorce? Are you trying to ruin all of my hard work? No. After what? I guess this is some sort of a typo or something. So before marriage, during marriage, how to behave? Well, how to behave. You're simply gonna be yourself without the elements of yourself that you should work on while doing vibrational work. So, you know, emotional aspects that you need to work on, triggers, all those things. So basically, the only thing you need to do is keep working on yourself, keep working on your, shadow work, vibrational work, whatever you want to call it, and that's it. There is no special way in which you behave before and during marriage. So just do the stuff you're already doing. Make sure you're feeling safe and secure, and if you have any issues, work on those. And that is that. Nothing special. Okay, moving on. I've had some questions on my YouTube. Let me just find them. Okay, so one person has asked about the. You remember when I posted the soulmate calculator? Where does it say who is my soulmate? So what do you expect for a name to pop? Or it's explained in the video, sorry, that it is about finding the dates when you are potentially gonna meet the soulmate or something big is gonna happen in your love life. It doesn't say that it shows names. It can't show names. Like that would be weird. Okay, just wanted to kind of answer that one, although it's illogical. Um, so I had some questions. Let me just find them. Okay, so okay, it was under one of my latest Q&As. Well, probably not the last one. It was like 6 days ago. What are your thoughts on thought transmission? Okay. So I'm guessing that this person is referring to the manifestation method. I don't like those techniques. And I'm going to explain what my thoughts are. So first of all, thought transmission. There is telepathy, and telepathy is a real thing. So telepathy is something that happens unconsciously. For example, you know how sometimes you think of a person and then they call you, or then you see them on the street or something, but it's like this effortless thought about them. So I have this all the time with my clients. I'm just going to think about, oh, how is so and so doing? And then they're going to message me the next day. And why telepathy happens, it can be a variety of reasons. So I don't think it's necessarily that I thought about them, they received the message and then they replied. Perhaps they have thought about me and I received the message and then I actually got one. So it can go both ways. This is not what thought transmission is. Also, obviously, when I do spell work, I give pushes to your target, so they will have thoughts about you, they will have dreams about you. So it is a form of thought transmission. However, what this person is probably referring is the technique when you are trying to deliberately implant thoughts in a person just by thinking those thoughts yourself. That doesn't work, obviously. If that would work, if any of those manifestation techniques would actually work just like that, you just say an affirmation, I have $5,000, or you say an affirmation, Peter is my husband, or you transmit thoughts, okay, Peter, now you're gonna think about me and you're gonna, I don't know, text me. Everybody would be doing it right and it would be working, and it doesn't work, obviously. So my thoughts are it doesn't work, basically. To put it in, like, just honestly, it can't work. How would it work? That's not how it works. And just by thinking that somebody is thinking certain things, it can't work. Just like they tell you that nobody has free will except you. Everybody has free will. They tell you that you create everything. That's also not true. You don't. And they tell you a bunch of stuff that are very illogical, don't make any sense. But the thing is, why it works, why it works, it doesn't work, but why it's so popular is because it's very appealing, just the idea of you just affirming to yourself, Peter is my husband, is appealing. You just think, oh, it could be so easy. I can just get everything I want. And people love to be in control. So they think, oh, I can control everything because I'm the only one who is in control. Yes, you're the only one in control of your life, absolutely. But you don't control other people, and free will is a thing. And this is probably why people think that they can do obsession spells, why they think that they can manipulate people with spell work, why they think that spells should always work because people should become their slaves. This is not true. People have free will and you can't force people. You can't control people. And it's just something you have to accept. And when you accept it, you just go into higher vibration, because high vibration is about accepting that you can't be in control always, that you can't control others. It's very important. When you are trying to control everything and everyone, that's when you're in your ego, and that's low vibrational. So basically, no, just like other stuff they tell you, most of the stuff they tell you, it's not true. And just think about how silly it is to even assume that affirming Peter is my husband will make Peter marry you. It can't happen, okay? And yes, people do tend to be desperate when they really want someone, and that's why they listen to these things. And I do understand it, but always use your logic, guys. Also, while purchasing spell work and like doing magic, use your logic. It's not possible to go over someone's free will. You can only give them pushes and it will still be their choice. So there's logic in magic as well, because it's just impossible to control another human being. It's just not a thing. And thought transmission is also not a thing. You can't make someone think the exact things you are thinking. Okay. Okay. Another question is, can you talk more about contact me spells you've done before? So honey, I have done so many contact me spells that it's been thousands. Um, as you know, I don't like to discuss spell work from clients in detail, and also in the client reviews. I just prefer clients to say themselves as much as they want to reveal. It usually won't be the whole story, obviously, because nobody wants to reveal their situation publicly, and that's totally normal. And yeah. However, I'm going to talk a bit about the communication spells, the contact me spells. So communication spell is not only used when you want contact from someone. Communication spell has a bunch of uses, and obviously it's always customized to the situation. So you can use it when somebody blocked you to get unblocked. You can use it when you want to receive communication from someone. You want someone to reach out to you first. You can use it if you're going to reach out to someone first, just to make sure that they are more responsive when you do. You can use it when you already are in communication, but it's like pretty modest communication. You're in a lack of communication, you want more communication. You can use it when you want more deeper communication. You can use it when you are in a relationship or in a marriage and you want to make the communication part better. And it doesn't have to be used for romantic stuff either. It can be used for friendships. It can be used for relatives, children, mothers, fathers, whatever it is. So communication spells are great, of course, but it's just gonna depend on a situation. Obviously, if it's a situation that's a hard situation communication wise, for example, you're blocked and you've been blocked for a couple of years and there's been no contact, and you do not live in the same country, so there is no chance of you running into each other, because communication spells, they don't work just on like text messages and calls and stuff. They also work on like bringing you together. For example, you can run into a person, or you can get into communication in other ways through other people, mutual friends, family, whatever. So there are different ways your spell might work depending on your situation. So like I said, if you have been blocked for years, had no communication, you don't live in the same country, it's going to be really hard for that spell to work. It's going to take multiple, of course, it's going to take a while. So it all depends on a situation. And of course, harder situations are the ones when there is no communication, or when there's no communication for a longer period of time, where you are blocked and you haven't spoken with a person in a while, and things like that, where there are third parties and all sorts of stuff. So that would hopefully answer your question. Okay, I'm just looking at the ones under the videos. So there's one: are situationships a hard situation? Again, it depends on a situationship. So it it usually will be because it's a situationship, so the other person doesn't want a relationship, and there's work to be done to change their mind. But it doesn't have to be, sometimes it will not be that hard. It depends, basically. It will depend on your target, on the situation, on your vibration, as with any other spell work. Okay, guys, so those are the questions I'm gonna answer today. I don't have any more time. So if your question has not been answered today, it probably will be in the upcoming days. Always remember that even though you have a hard situation, it doesn't have to be impossible. Have some trust in yourself, in the universe, in magic, in me, whoever you want to put your trust into, your spellcaster, if it's somebody else. And just remember to give it time and to do the vibrational work. So that if you give it time and you do the vibrational work, you are basically doing everything in your power to get the spell to manifest, and the rest is up to the target because they have free will. So thank you for listening. Bye.